Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Barrel Roll PlayCast with me, Nick, where we play Planet Zoo and work on recreating my local zoo, the Edmonton Valley Zoo. What you're seeing here is me stopping a video, recording, and then starting a new one pretty much instantly to work on the next building. And then noticing that I didn't finish something the way I wanted to on the building previously. So here we are putting some skylights in because there's some skylight windows in our gift shop type thing. And just focusing more on the roof and that kind of stuff. So today, what we are going to be building is the restaurant / bathroom. There's a bathroom attached to this next building. So what I am doing here is, putting those skylights in and doing that. So just finishing off the building from last time. Seeing here, again, we have a nice wood, Australian wood facade. And then this vertical board roof, which kind of gives it those lines that I wanted, because those are kind of in the building that we see finished in real life. So we have that, and then yes, these are in essence those are on the building. So I wanted to make sure, again, if we're recreating this building, to the extent that I'm trying to do, that's one of those things that's in there. Behind the building is that little power source, which is nice. We got that power source in there. So that's definitely doing what it's supposed to be doing. And here we go. We're building kind of an access gate, and then from that access gate, we're going to go and build the restaurant. Now, in real life, that restaurant is at an angle. I hate angles in this game, mostly because the game works off a grid system, and instead of giving us 45-degree angles on the walls, it gives us 90-degree angles on the walls, and that's one of the things that I wish the Planet games would evolve and change, is letting us do those 45-degreers, because that would help immensely in this kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a gate, and then from that gate, what's going to happen is we're going to go down and kind of build a retaining wall, and from that retaining wall, we're going to build ourselves the restaurant. The restaurant has the same kind of aesthetic as the gift shop that we have, and that's pretty much it. So like I say, if you have a comment, leave it in the comment section. I will continue to make these videos and post these videos and do that kind of stuff with these videos. But like I say, if you want longer versions or something like that, please do let me know. If you have questions about the build that I'm doing, also please let me know. Later on, I'm definitely going to do more of a tour of these buildings. So yes, you don't see a whole lot of them necessarily, but I will be doing more of a tour of them as videos go on. This is one of the last videos where I'm going to have to do one of these intros. After this, I start recording myself while I'm playing the game, which I believe will help a little bit. Hopefully a little bit. So that's one of those things where, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. It's kind of what I'm hoping for, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. I'll be back to talk more if I find anything else worth talking about in the video. Other than that, enjoy the tunes and enjoy the time lapse. Bye. All right. So little not pause, but we're going to slow things down a little bit here because at this point I'm going to add an angle. And the only reason I'm adding an angle is because I'm now playing with some freeform items. So the building is kind of supposed to do this the whole way, and this is kind of how I cheat the system a tiny little bit. Is I'm taking these glass panes, and I'm going to add a glass awning on top of the building here. So there's a little seating area below this where you can kind of have your food and that kind of stuff, but still get some sunshine. So it's a lovely little outdoor seating area. This is where I'm going to start adding some of those angular elements. Otherwise, like I say, there is very few times where I will want to add angles. Not that I won't add angles, but when I can avoid it, I'm definitely going to avoid it. And there's also going to be this weird kind of pitch out here that you'll see. And again, what I'm doing is following what the zoo has. So I'm kind of going for those aerial shots. I'm looking at the zoo, and I'm taking those references and doing exactly what I'm seeing, essentially. So that's what you're going to see here is me start to do that. I'm going to then play with some kind of metal and some pieces, and I'm going to then, make an awning. Pretty basic, pretty simple, nothing extraordinary, as it were. But this is one of those places where I use an angle, and I know I've said, like, I hate angles. I said it at the beginning of the video. I said, I hate angles. I'm doing an angle here. So yes, I'm being a little goofy about it, but I am adding an angle. And yes, before you throw in the comments like, oh, you're now doing angles after you said you weren't doing angles, I will definitely do angles when it comes to these kinds of shapes that I can easily manipulate and turn into angles. Walls where you have to create a completely separate building is where I kind of draw the line. Again, I won't always, but if I can kind of get the same aesthetic and the same look and the same feel, I will do so without doing the angles. So maybe I'll add a little weird roof texture like I did on the shop. I get a rounded edge instead of, an angular edge that kind of comes off that way. So either way, that is the insight into this part. Back to the time lapse. Hello! This is the last time I'm going to pop in. The next episode of this, the next part of this, has me actually talking while I'm building, which is going to make things so much easier on everybody because I actually stop when I want to talk about something or do something. In this case, here is the kind of finished pavilion, or the half of the pavilion. The other half is going to be the actual entrance gate to the zoo, not the pavilion, and the education adventure pavilion place. That's what's coming next. And then I hate to do this, but because I know it's coming. Is there's another pavilion episode. There's two kind of education building builds videos, because I went back and looked and I was not happy with the way things turned out. So in between all those videos as well is lighting for these buildings and that kind of stuff, and I'll start putting in little things here and there and everywhere. But other than that, the next couple videos are strictly like the next buildings, and like I say, I've already recorded those pieces, so they should be a little bit more coherent than what's going on here, where I'm watching things happening as they're happening and doing all of that kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying this build so far. I know I haven't done any zoo parts yet, and I'm going to tell you there's probably another couple weeks of just building entrance plaza stuff before I can actually start building the zoo, because I have to do a lot of terrain editing for the zoo to, give me some slopes and do that kind of stuff. And my brain is functioning in the fact of me walking through the zoo. So it's going to be like step by step of me like, okay, this is the next thing, this is the next thing, this is the next thing, this is the next piece. And it's the way my brain's got to work. So I know there's not much zoo yet, but I hope these builds have been a little bit interesting to watch and a little bit exciting to watch and that kind of thing. So with that, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a good one. And there's an exit video kind of thing at the end. So I don't even have to tell you, but, calls to action and whatnot. Share with your friends. Bye, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, of course, please like and subscribe. That totally helps out the channel in so many different ways. Like I said, if you want to see more or longer type things, or I went too fast or anything like that, please leave a comment. It would be greatly appreciated. And of course, the greatest thing you can do for us is to share. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.